Proverbs 25, Phase 1. 1. These are more Proverbs of Solomon, collected by the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah. This tells us these sayings were preserved intentionally, wisdom worth carrying forward across generations and leadership. Sec. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, and the glory of kings to search it out. This teaches God's wisdom invites pursuit. Leadership is proven by discernment, not by surface answers. 3. As the heavens are high and the earth is deep, so the hearts of kings are unsearchable. This means authority carries complexity. Motives and power are not easily read or judged. 4. Remove the dross from the silver, and a vessel fit for the silversmith will come forth. This teaches refinement precedes usefulness. Purity creates value. 5. Remove wicked officials from the king's presence, and his throne will be established by righteousness. This means leadership is strengthened by surrounding itself with integrity, not flattery. 6. Do not exalt yourself in the presence of the king, or claim a place among the great. This teaches self-promotion invites humiliation. 7. For it is better to be told, "Come up here," than to be humiliated before others. This means humility positions you for honor. 8. Do not rush into court, for what will you do in the end when your neighbor puts you to shame? This teaches impulsive accusations often collapse under scrutiny. 9. Settle your dispute directly with your neighbor, but do not reveal another's secret. This means conflict resolution requires discretion. 10. Or the one who hears may shame you, and your reputation may never recover. This teaches loose speech carries lasting consequences. 11. Words spoken at the right time is like apples of gold in settings of silver. This means timing gives truth, its beauty and power. 12. Like an earring of gold or an ornament of fine gold is a wise rebuke to a listening ear. This teaches correction is valuable only to the receptive. 13. Like the cold of snow at harvest time is a trustworthy messenger to those who send him. He refreshes the spirit of his masters. This means reliability brings relief and confidence. 14. Like clouds and wind without rain is one who boasts of gifts never given. This teaches empty promises disappoint and erode trust. 15. Through patience a ruler can be persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. This means restraint and wisdom outperform force. If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it will make you sick. This teaches even good things become harmful without moderation. 17. Do not visit your neighbor too often, or he may grow weary of you and hate you. This means wisdom respects boundaries. 18. Like a club, a sword, or a sharp arrow is one who gives false testimony against a neighbor. This teaches lies are acts of violence, not harmless words. 19. Like a broken tooth or a lame foot is reliance on the unfaithful in times of trouble. This means misplaced trust fails when it matters most. 20. Like one who removes a garment on a cold day or pours vinegar on a wound is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. This teaches insensitivity deepens pain instead of healing it. 21. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. This means righteousness responds to hostility with mercy. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. This teaches kindness confronts evil more effectively than retaliation. 23. Like a north wind brings rain, so a backbiting tongue brings angry looks. This means gossip naturally breeds conflict. 24. Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome spouse. This teaches conflict poisons even good provision. 25. Like cold water to a weary soul is good news from a distant land. This means truth and hope restore strength. 26. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well is a righteous person who gives way to the wicked. This teaches compromise, corrupts what was meant to give life. 27. It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it honorable to seek one's own glory. This means excess and self-exaltation destroy balance. 28. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. This teaches restraint is protection. Without it, everything is vulnerable. Proverbs 25, Phase 2. Historical and cultural anchorings. Proverbs 25 belongs to the collection of Solomon's proverbs that were compiled and preserved during the reign of King Hezekiah of Judah, Proverbs 25 verse 1. This places the chapter in a context where Israel was reflecting backward, recovering wisdom from a prior golden age to stabilize a morally fractured society. The chapter reflects court life, governance, diplomacy, and interpersonal conduct in a hierarchical culture. Kings, officials, neighbors, and adversaries are all addressed. Honor and shame were public realities. Reputation mattered deeply. Poor judgment, reckless speech, or pride could quickly lead to social ruin. Wisdom here functions as social survival, not abstract philosophy. Modern application. Today, Proverbs 25 speaks directly into leadership, conflict, communication, and restraint in a hypervisible world. Social media, workplaces, families, and churches all function as modern courts, where words travel fast and reputations are fragile. The chapter warns against self-promotion, public shaming, emotional impulsiveness, weaponized truth, pride masquerading as confidence. It calls instead for discretion, humility, patience, and emotional control, virtues that are increasingly rare but desperately needed in modern culture. Linguistic anchorings. The Hebrew poetry of Proverbs 25 relies heavily on imagery and metaphor: apples of gold, cold water, broken walls, clouds without rain. These images were concrete to ancient listeners and are intentionally sensory. The language emphasizes timing, placement, and restraint. Wisdom is not merely knowing truth, it is knowing when, how, and whether to deploy it. Hebrew parallelism contrasts wise restraint with foolish excess, reinforcing that damage often comes not from ignorance, but from misused knowledge. The modern phrasing in Phase 1 preserves this intent by translating imagery into language that still lands vividly without archaic stiffness. Theological anchorings. Theologically, Proverbs 25 reveals a God who values order, humility, and self-governance. Wisdom reflects God's own nature, measured, purposeful, and just. The chapter reinforces that God resists pride, God honors humility, God values restraint over display, God sees beneath appearances. Human authority is shown to be derivative and accountable. Even kings are warned. Wisdom is not power, wisdom governs power. Humility before honor. Self-exaltation invites humiliation. Right words, right time. Emotional restraint. Self-control is strength, not weakness. Conflict management. Quiet wisdom outperforms public confrontation. Integrity under pressure. Character is revealed in restraint. Closing thought. Proverbs 25 teaches that wisdom often looks unimpressive. It waits. It withholds. It listens. It resists the urge to be seen, heard, or vindicated too quickly. In a culture addicted to reaction and exposure, this chapter calls the wise person to mastery over self before mastery over others. True strength is not loud. True wisdom is not rushed, and honor arrives best when it is not chased. Reflection prompts. Where might silence serve you better than speech right now? Are there areas where pride is pushing you to handle truth when emotions are high? What would restraint look like in your current conflicts or responsibilities?